public comments, and certainly thank the public for the time that you take with your comments to us. I know at times it may seem like it's falling on deaf ears. I know that more than myself makes notes as we go through things. It's not something where I want to allow necessarily a back and forth and a question and answer period, but I do appreciate and certainly encourage members of the public to continue to address the council and bring up those items that you feel are important for us to know. Moving to the consent agenda this evening, we have a consent agenda in front of us that is comprised of 10 items. The council minutes of October 18, the workshop minutes of October 25, the regular accounts payable claims in the amounts of $222,233.83. Agenda Bill 15110, the amended interlocal cooperation agreement administering surcharge funds generated as a result of House Bill 2060. Agenda Bill 152-10, Camas-Washougal Municipal Court interlocal agreement. Agenda Bill 15310, a professional services agreement with Paul Lewis. Agenda Bill 15410, a professional services agreement with MKE and Associates, Inc. for the formation of the bid packet for the T8 LED lighting upgrades on the energy efficiency grant. Agenda Bill 15510, a professional service agreement with PB Americas, Inc. for development of the Transportation Capital Facilities Plan update. Agenda Bill 15610, a PSA number 10 with Wallace Engineering for the pedestrian tunnel project, and Agenda Bill 15710, setting a public hearing for the water sewer stormwater 2011 rate increase. What would be council's pleasure with the consent?
Mr. Mayor, I request that we move items 6 and 7 under new business or old business, whichever be appropriate.
Moving those to call it immediately after the public hearing.
Okay.
Second.
Dave?
Number 4 also.
Number 4.
Okay. With those changes, what would be council's pleasure with the consent agenda?
Mr. Mayor, I would move to accept the consent agenda with eliminate or moving items 4, 6, and 7 to new business after the public hearing.
Okay.
Second.
We've got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. For the mayor's report tonight, I just have 2 quick reminders for council. The Port of Camas-Washougal's 75th anniversary celebration this Friday starts at 10 a.m. and runs for 2 or 3 hours. From the agenda I saw, 10 a.m. basically starts a coffee and social hour. The comments, addresses, bearing of their time capsule, all that currently is scheduled to happen at 11 o'clock in the morning. Everything is happening weather dependent over at Marina Park and the port offices. And the second one also on Friday at 2:30 in the afternoon, the Clark County Community Pride Award. The city will be accepting a design award for the pedestrian tunnel project. That meeting runs from 2:30 to 4:30 in the afternoon down at the Clark County Service Center up in the Commissioner's hearing room. Ms. Forsberg, do we have any correspondence?
No.
Okay. Council comments? Paul, start this in.
First, those people who come here regularly will notice I'm not in my usual chair. I'm not feeling well tonight, and I may need to leave, and I wanted to be close to the door. Just, Mr. Olson, in all fairness, I just wanted to mention there were 3 of us who were unopposed in the last election. Myself, John Russell, and Councilmember Costin. On Tuesday last, I went to the Fisher Investments official groundbreaking over in Camas. It was a very interesting meeting. I got to meet Mr. Fisher and his wife, and Mr. Fisher says that his wife is really the one who does all of the business things. He's the analyst and the face, and she really runs the business. And both of them spoke very highly of Washougal and the beauty of the area and how much they hope that they'll be able to expand their operation here. And then Tuesday night, I went up to the Association of Washington Cities regional meeting in Kelso, which also was very interesting. On Thursday, we had at the Wellness Lunch and Learn here, we had Sharon Freewald, whose office is over in Washougal Town Square. And she talked to us about the financial stages of life and what people need to do as you move through life when you get married or have children or whatever. Halloween this year was lots of fun for me. Last year, we gave out 75 little Capri Sun juice packets. This year, we gave out 137. That's it. Thank you.
Dave, nothing? Okay. Yeah, I have a
Jennifer?
couple of things. Regarding the water, sewer, and stormwater issues that we're facing, I am actually requesting information on figures for the water, sewer, and stormwater increases, which reflect only enough to get these three funds in the black for 2011, just so they pay for themselves without general fund subsidies. And that would be a baseline for me going into talks as far as rate increases. I realize we have a lot of capital projects rolled into those smoothed out rates, but I'd like to see what things look like just getting the funds into the black to start with, and then moving on from there and adding as we can. My second item,
Jennifer, you asked about general fund subsidies on those?
that's what I understand they used to have, general fund subsidies, no?
No.
To keep
that's-
the fund, to keep those utilities in the black.
That's why you have the rate increases.
Yes, I understand that.
Yeah, there are no subsidies, so
No, not anymore. We can talk about it later. I'm just making comments.
I just want to make sure that we're giving staff good information going forward, because if they're looking
Right.
for general fund subsidies, there are no general
Well,
fund subsidies.
when you're looking at a $17.5 million project that's rolled into a smooth rate, your increases have to look like 13.5 or 28% or whatever it is. But if you pull out the capital projects, then your smooth rate is much less. And I want to take a look at what that is before we start rolling in capital projects, because there's quite a long list. Not all of them are that expensive. There's quite a few on the list that are not that expensive. 100,000 here, 50,000 there. I just want to take a look at a baseline rate that we can get the funds in the black to where they're paying for themselves, because I personally agree that utility funds should pay for themselves. So
Legally, they have to pay for themselves.
the
That's why
studies,
you've got those
every
there.
study that I've been given rolls in the capital projects. And I'd like to see a baseline amount, a baseline increase. We didn't have a stormwater increase last year, and that was confusing to me, because I know that it costs more to run the utility from year to year to year, and that was confusing to me. So this year, I know there needs to be an increase, but I also see that what's driving the incredibly large increases are the huge capital projects.
Okay,
But they should pay for themselves. I agree.
they should. I'm trying to figure out where, and my apologies for the confusion. I may have too much NyQuil in me today.